Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. Every day. We do it our own way. Sing it out every day. Yeah, let's make it a good day. Every day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now, here's Jason.
Show, everybody. Hello. Hi, everybody. If you're new to our show, like our friends in Detroit, this is my son. This is Elliot / Winston Churchill. There we go. Hi. Say, oh, yes, my baby. Oh, my little boy. Yes, I love you so much. Yes. Oh, yes. Katie Canine is on the show today, so that's why we have Ellen. Hundreds of you. She is my favorite dog expert. She knows everything there is to know. If you have a dog question, she has a dog answer. We posted on our Facebook page to let all of you, and Instagram to let all of you ask questions, and we received a lot of them. We'll try to answer a few. And I have a couple questions about you. Yes, I do. I have a couple questions about you, baby. Oh, yeah, look. You look, that's the studio audience. Look at that. That's the audience. Yes,
they all wave to him.
I know, they all wave, I know. That's all the people there. And there's Aunt Fallon over there. There she is. She's only scary a little bit. That's right. She's only scary a little bit. Anyway, speaking of her, let's say hello. It's Fallon, everybody. Don't pee on Daddy's desk. There we go. Don't pee on Daddy's desk. Actually, you like, what are you doing? You like all this? He's getting a little sniff action in. You doing well there? Yeah. He's about, Kyle, how old? He's almost 5 months old. About 5 months old, about 15 pounds, and
15 pounds? He's just a little brick.
Yeah, a little like 10 to 15 pounds, and is just a good boy. Aren't you just a good boy? Yes, you are. We have the boxer Milo. He's at home because snip, snip. You know, he is still he's still recovering. So, oh, you're getting used to it now. You're looking all around. This is, yeah, that's a curtain over there. Yes. Oh, I know. I love you. You just don't know what's going on, do you, sweetheart? You just don't know what's going on. You have two dogs.
I do. We accept things differently. There's no chance Frank is licking my mouth. I will tell you right now. I have seen what Frank licks, and it is exactly what you're imagining. No chance.
I know.
No chance.
I know. I shouldn't kiss him, but he's because it's actually a question I have for Katie. So, but there he is. Let me move. There's this close up right there. I want to move.
That's my camera. Now I'll never get it back because
I know.
He's way cuter.
The dog is taking Fallon's close-up camera. That's right. Yeah. Elliot, you're taking Aunt Fallon's close-up camera. Director Leo's just going to take all the shots of you. Well, let's. We probably should start the show. Colin, can you come over here? We're gonna. This is my husband, everybody. There we go. Let's.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
There we go. There we go. Thank you. Colin is housebroken as well. That's right, yes.
We did talk about, for a question for Katie, is crate training Jason as well. So it's we can yell kennel up at certain times and he'll pop in there. So that'll be nice.
I'm hoping by 51 I'll be kennel trained. I'm hoping. I don't know if that's going to happen. Are both of your dogs, your dogs' names are for the new people?
Dolly and Frank.
Dolly and Frank. Ages?
Beef is Dolly. We call her that because she's a beef. And she's, I don't know, I think she's like 7 years old, and Frank is like 6 or 7 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're pretty well-behaved, trained dogs. I mean, you're a perfect pet owner.
Well, every pet owner knows every pet has a personality and has like one thing that you wish they didn't do.
Yeah.
So yes, I have Dolly has a big one that I think a lot of people deal with. she is a counter surfer. So she's a golden doodle, so she can get up on the counter. I mean, she'll eat anything. Full loaf of bread. I'll come home, an avocado completely gone. I'm like, where's the pit? That's disturbing.
Seriously?
Yeah, yeah.
The pit was gone?
Yeah. So we push things back on the counter.
Are you sure Jake didn't eat that?
No. But you know, I don't know. So I think that she would teach Frank, but he's just smaller. So luckily, he can't get up on the counter.
Our old boxer Dexter one time got on top of the counter and ate 2 loaves of bread.
Yeah, it's sick.
Everything. And I'm like, where is the container, the wrapper? Gone.
In your yard.
In my yard. Yeah, right now in the yard. Katie K9's coming up, but first, let's get started. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go, everybody. Got some good stuff today. First up, let's dig into the dish. First up, juicy. This is what we've been talking about all day in our office. That's the word to describe the first full look at season 8 of Love is Blind on Netflix. Now, we've liked the show. We've sometimes paid attention to it, but there's a reason we're really paying attention to this season, because we're getting to know a few of the singles from the Twin Cities area, because that's where the show was set this year. The trailer's out, and things get a little crazy. Look at this.
Dating in the pods is crazy, okay?
I'm 30.
So you're no longer attractive?
Oh my God.
My sister was born blind. She just loves people without seeing them. If I could just be a little bit like her, that'd be cool.
I can't wait to tell my boyfriend to break up with his girlfriend.
She's trying to date the person that I want to marry. That sucks.
I'm on my knees.
Oh my God, oh my God.
Will you marry me?
Absolutely.
This is insane.
I think I'm probably the luckiest person on the whole world.
He's not your type. That's the whole point of this. There's this girl on TikTok. She's crying. I need you to tell me everything.
She had a boyfriend going into this.
He's a huge liar. Apparently there was a girl all over him.
Did you block her?
I did.
Oh.
The guy lives in the freaking building that we moved into.
Why do you need a prenup?
It's a big decision.
Oh, God. I can't deal with this for the rest of my life.
Ah, get me out of here.
Either?
Yes.
I was going to say, because we were worried, will it be boring because it'll be like 2 Minnesota nights. So either they put together every highlight in the trailer, or it will be super
Or
juicy.
they found the most scandalous people of the Twin Cities.
Yes. Well, according
all of them, yeah.
Yeah, according to TikTok, they did with the guys. That's what people on TikTok are saying.
Okay. Yeah, so here's what we know. Now, we can neither confirm nor deny, but if you scan TikTok, just do a little spin through the talk of the tick, you will see several young women in the Twin Cities area that has knowledge of one of the guys specifically. And the narrative is that this guy is, not my words, theirs, if that guy's ever booked on our show, that he is a dirty dog. Like audience, like a dirty dog, like with a reputation of burning through, because it's a small, look, we're 14th largest market in the country, but it is a small scene.
Yes.
And chances are, if you're in the single world, you know someone that dated him.
Very much so. And so there are videos that have gone viral talking about this, and some women that are upset with who they selected because they feel like they didn't care about, they didn't care about any warning signs about any of the guys. And I was like, well, of course they didn't. It's a reality show. They want the majority of drama they can get. They don't care. So.
Yeah, I can't begrudge. I know, like Fallon said, some of the people on TikTok are calling out Netflix or the producers. It's not great, but it's their job. It's the producer's job to find the most scandalous people and put them on TV so all of us watch. I can't, you know what I mean? It's not great. It's great for us.
Right.
But you saw that moment in the trailer where the woman goes, this girl on TikTok is talking about you. We think we've connected the dots. It's about the guy that we're referring to, because we all watched that video this morning. Woo! Yeah, y'all look at it. If we don't have the rights to it or we'll get sued, and we don't want to get sued today. So, yeah. It premieres on Netflix in 2 weeks. Let's move on. Up next in the dish, regrets. No regrets. Lady Gaga is speaking out on the utter failure of her most recent movie, the Joker sequel, Folie Dump. The movie opened to bad to horrible reviews and low ticket sales, which actually I think is worse. Well, in a new interview, and I love this, I think she handled this with a lot of grace and a lot of maturity. She talked to Elle magazine, and Lady Gaga says, sometimes people don't like things. It's just that simple. She says artists have to be willing to understand that and just keep going. Gaga says failure won't keep her from doing her thing, whether it's movies or music. I think that's great.
I agree with that.
I think that's great.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You have to.
It's just like anything in your job. If you do the same thing every single day, you get bored. You feel like you're in the hamster wheel. So you have to try new things. I mean, that's in a creative job like ours. We try segments all the time, like on my radio show. And some are like surprisingly great and some are horrible. But it's like you have to try new things, though.
Even on this show, if you go back and, oh, please don't. But if you go back, if you go back and watch old episodes of this broadcast. We're 10 years old. For all of you that are new to us, this show's 10 years old. If you go back, and you can, is it still up on Fox Local? You can go back. There's a library for our 10th anniversary. We picked episodes from all the seasons. Go back and watch an early episode of the show. Ooh, child, how did we last? It was just, we had a segment one time. We had a segment one time on how to pack a package. And how to, not a mail,
well, a package to mail.
You are a pervert. I meant like a postal package.
Yes.
And the woman is sitting there and she's so genuine. She's like, okay, you put the peanuts in the box. And my family always says, you can tell everything on my face. I'm looking into the camera and it was like a 4-minute long segment. I'm like, oh God, she doesn't have 4 more minutes of packing advice. We've come a long way. We'll be right back in a moment.
So you put the peanuts in?
Peanuts, and then you put the layer, and then you put the tape over.
And it's packaged.
And you pack. Season 10. Check your local listings for the time near you. Full episodes are always on Fox Local, YouTube, and Tubi. If you find us on Tubi, make sure you give us a thumbs up. We love the Tubi. Welcome back to the show, everybody. More Dish. The Traitors features some of the most memorable contestants in reality show history. But host Alen Cumming, who we love, usually has no idea, just like us, who they are because he doesn't watch reality TV. So I love this. He visited Seth Meyers on Tuesday, and he had to explain how he gets to know the players. Watch this.
So what I do is, in the castle, in my room, I get all the photos of everybody on the walls like that so that I can study them. And I have a sort of research sheets, and it's things like, Gabby, she was on The Bachelorette, now she's a lesbian. Like that. Like, I got all these sort of little things like that. And on the first season, I had all their pictures up. And then I went down, I was really, nervous. And I went down to do the first sort of, players, welcome to my castle. And I was like, what the hell? Who are these people? Because I realized that quite a few of them had augmentations to their faces done before they came on this show. I said to the producers, could you get me the most up-to-date photos of their faces? Because there was literally 2 of them. I thought, they're not in the pictures.
Yeah. A new episode of The Traitors' 3rd season drops Thursday on Peacock. Thursday, it's also the day that The Pit drops a new episode of the. Thursday is back to being must-see TV.
I guess
Every week, I just want to get to Thursday because
That's true. I didn't know, because I'm so used to being able to binge shows. It's so weird to have to wait a week to watch an episode.
It gives me so much joy.
That's true. It gives you something to look forward to.
Well, no, it gives you so much joy that you're watching The Traitors and that you're kind of liking it.
I did watch the first episode of the show you guys recommended last night, the one with Sterling K. Brown as well.
Paradise. We got to tell there's a show called Paradise. That's your homework. Go watch it, everybody, and we'll discuss a couple. Is it on Hulu?
It's Hulu.
You watched it?
I did with Jake, and Jake actually put his phone down and watched the whole episode, and he ended it. He goes, Well, I'm pretty sure I'll be watching this one alone.
Really?
Well, because it's not really my vibe.
Okay. I wonder if I'm going to feel that way.
I liked it until the end of the episode.
Yeah. Oh, like, now see, he didn't scare me with that. Okay.
Wait, did you not watch the first episode?
Not yet, no.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Paradise, go watch. That's your homework, friends, on Hulu. Let's move on. Next in the dish, the battle over the thermostat.
It's real. It's real.
Everybody that's married is nodding their head in the audience.
Yeah.
I see them out of my peripheral vision. Anyway, it's something few couples likely agree about, including actor Sterling K. Brown. He was on Kelly Clarkson and revealed the shocking temperature his wife prefers.
What's your temperature? What would you have the house at?
People don't like me because I'm cold. So I'm always cold.
So you keep it at what?
72 to 74.
Okay.
Shut up.
Stop. Don't judge. Don't judge this.
I'm so cold.
Kelly Clarkson.
The house was built in the early 1800s. It's so cold.
Kelly Clarkson. My wife is cold too.
Yeah.
She prefers 78 to 80. Thank you. Thank you.
She's trying to live a healthy, toxin-free life. She's getting all the toxins out.
She's trying to melt me.
What do you like?
I can do 68 to 70. I win!
Okay. Ladies first.
I think it depends on your house. Like, let's be honest, that can change a little bit depending on if it's a big, airy house or whatever it may be. So in my house, I like 68 or 69, usually 69 in the winter, and Jake at 68, he swears his body knows the moment I turn it to 69, and he's like, I guess I'll just die tonight. And it's just like I've put him in a furnace. It's so dramatic. And he's like, and we argue, and I'll be laying in bed, and I'm like, are you changing that thermostat? No. I'm like, I can feel you're changing it.
Yeah. Okay, you and I are alike. I would rather have it, we are at about 68.
Yeah.
We like it real cold. Now, my father-in-law is Sterling K. Brown's wife, because if we go to the lake house, it's the summer. It's hot. He does not like air conditioning. Colin and I come in and we immediately turn the air conditioning on, and then when we're not looking, he comes in and turns it to like 85.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I offer to pay the electric bill. I just said,
But I think that's kind of a stereotype. Like, as you get older, the temperature goes up, right?
Yes.
Like my grandma, you go to her house, my mom is like, oh my God, like it's so hot. It's like a sauna. You'll go to Florida, because a lot of people obviously retire in Florida, and they're keeping it at like 80 or 90, and you're like, why?
Oh.
Why?
Dar, my mom lived in Louisiana for years, and she's now lived here for about 3 years. My mother, I don't care what time of the year it is, looks like she's exploring Alaska. She looks like she's getting ready
for an expedition
to grab her ice pick. Right now, I am not kidding. She's watching. She'll text me, Mom, how many layers are you wearing right now? I would say, and she's in her damn house, I bet 4 layers.
A fur cap.
Oh, she has an Elmer Fudd hat on. I don't care. It's I'll take her to a game, or we went to the fair. 3 layers. 3 layers. And my favorite, I brought a coat just in case. Just in case what? Cue the text message in 3. Anyway, moving on. We finally know what Billy, Crystal, and Meg Ryan are reuniting for. Remember, we showed you this picture. Just as we suspected, it's not a movie, sadly. It's a Super Bowl commercial. The two reunite at the deli from When Harry Met Sally for a new commercial for mayonnaise.
I can't believe they let us back in this place.
Why?
Hello?
Nobody remembers that.
Something wrong?
It's not doing it.
No good?
Nothing.
Well, we can't have that. What's happening? Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, boy.
So good. It's just.
Oh. This one's real.
Yes.
Lunch and a show, huh? How about that?
That is a sandwich.
I'll have what she's having.
I'm competing with a condiment.
Okay, I have several feels. First, maybe you'll be with me, maybe you won't. A, I hate that we're in an era now where they show us all the Super Bowl commercials before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you, audience. Thank you. Thank you. I don't like that. The fun of the Super Bowl. I don't care about the who's in it. The Chiefs? I don't care who's in it.
Yes.
I don't care who's performing. I want who's playing, I mean. I care about the commercials. Number two, I want them to be in a movie, not a commercial for Mayo. But
maybe it'll turn into one for them.
Number three, I love Katz Deli. If you're ever in New York, I know it's a tourist trap, but oh God, the pastrami's good.
It is good, and it's terrifying to go in there.
It is terrifying. But number four, it is really good to see them. Here's the positive. It's really good to see them together, right? It is.
And, you know, they threw Sydney Sweeney in there,
right,
so that's good.
Because if young people don't know who those two are, they know who Sydney is. Yeah.
Exactly.
Next, I'll never say it about the Jason Show staff, but odds are we've all had some annoying coworkers in the past. I didn't write that. Now a new survey from Fortune magazine reveals what some people say are the most annoying habits of coworkers. Let's go through the top 5, shall we, Fallon?
Yes.
First up, number 5. People who are late to meetings. Okay. Half the time, meetings should be an email anyway. So, I mean, there is that.
There's late, but I also, I don't know what the list is, so I don't want to ruin anything. I also don't like questions being asked at the end of a meeting. Because I always feel like it's an employee that's trying to look like they were listening and they're like a great employee, but you're just wasting my time. Send that follow-up question in an email. It's usually only pertaining to you and not the room. So that, because you're like, oh, it's over. And you're like, and then it's like, Jonathan, and he's like, okay. So, and he asks, and you're like, oh my gosh, save the questions for your own time.
And you just want to smack Jonathan across the face. Yeah. Next on the list, it's tied with the last one. Coworkers who don't respond to messages. Yeah, I mean, yeah, especially if it pertains to something important.
Yeah, just a quick response.
A quick yes, no.
Or at least acknowledge you received it. Like, hey, I can get you an answer later today. I'm swamped or something.
I'm sure I've done it because I'm looking at the faces of the people I work with. And whatever, Bjorn. I can see your smirk through your mustache. Yeah. Now the third most annoying coworker habit. Cursing in the workplace.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, please.
That's me a lot.
Curse words are a comma around here. I mean, you know what I mean? We would never talk to each other. I mean, and here's number 2, gossiping. But luckily, no one on our staff gossips.
Okay. Never.
And now the number 1 annoying coworker habit, people who don't clean up after themselves. You know what it is? You know what they're clapping for? It's the people that put something in the microwave, the damn thing explodes, and then they don't clean up the microwave.
Yes. Or people still actually put their dishes in the, like, if you have a community sink, they'll put them in there and just like leave them. And so, but it's like, who's going to wash that?
And then you put a sign up on the microwave, your mama don't work here.
Right. So clean up after yourself.
One of the best. We love her, Katie K9, when we come back. Back in a moment. She is doggone great. Coming up in just a little bit on The Jason Show, one of our favorite guests, Katie K9 is back. Nobody knows dogs and cats and pets and, like her. I love her, and you will too. She's going to answer all of your questions from our Facebook page, plus the ins and out of crate training and how do you retrain a dog that joins your family when they're a little older? That and more when we come back. Welcome back. It's an essential part of training a new puppy. We're talking about crate training. Many owners feel guilty about putting their dogs in a crate. However, when done correctly, there are actually a lot of benefits for both you and the dog. Here with Crate Training 101 and more, give it up for Katie Canine, everybody.
Hey. And well, hi. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. How do you like Winston Churchill there? Yeah. Yeah.
No, excellent. And I love the name Elliot.
Do you like Elliot?
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good boy, isn't he, Katie?
Yes,
he's acting pretty good right now.
Oh, yeah.
Wait until he passes a little bit of gas. Then it'll be a whole different story.
That's how he greeted me the very first time we met. He just immediately farted on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a joke there that I'll leave for the end of the segment.
Okay,
yeah.
perfect, yeah.
Okay, Katie, let's start with just the basics, because what I said in the intro, should owners feel guilty about crates?
Never. That is your friend. That is going to keep your house not from being shredded and from your animal getting into something that they shouldn't have that will cause a vet problem, okay? Every dog needs to be kennel trained. And the reason is if your dog gets hurt or has to go to the vet, where does he stay in the vet? In a kennel. And if they're not used to a kennel, the stress of being in a kennel is enough to make it worse than why they're there. Okay, also too, like with all the disasters we've had, is that, you know, all the animals they're finding and they got to put them in kennels till they can reunite them. And if your dog doesn't do well in the kennel, guess what? They just might open the kennel and give it to one that will. And then, you know, so that's why every dog, that's their safety, that's their bedroom. And so it's so important that every dog I've ever had, they always had their kennel till the day they left. I always feed them in the kennel because then, you know, I have multiple dogs, and so then there's no challenges over the dishes and stuff like that. But there's a wire or the plastic, and I prefer the plastic, and the reason is dogs are denning animals. They want their back covered. Okay, the wire ones, if you put your head in there and bung it with your shoulders, it's tinny. Okay, and thank you.
Oh, did he?
It's just aimed right at me, too.
Yeah. Did he pass a little gas?
We need a new dog on set.
Yeah.
Come on over, buddy. Great. What is it about me that brings it out of him?
That's what you did to me.
Yeah.
Me too. Okay, so that's why the plastic is better. It feels more like a cave. Dogs are cave dwellers. The wire kennels, some dogs will accept it, but you're better off with the plastic kennel. You really are.
If they're older and they never were crate trained,
plastic is the way to go.
So but is it like you just put them in and
no?
Just
What
get
you do
going?
is that everybody knows I'm not a treat trainer, but anyway, there are certain things that treats come in handy. And one thing with the trainer crate, you want them to, it's their bedroom. So you put it in when you get a pup, it's really important that you put the kennel in your bedroom next to your bed, okay? And so then if they whine, they go to bed 9, 10, they wake up between 1, 2, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the thing is that to get them to go into the kennel, you just throw a treat in there, go, kennel, real happy. It becomes a punishment crate if you go, get to your kennel.
Yeah.
Now it's a punishment crate, okay? So that's why you periodically throughout the day, what you do is you go, kennel, real happy, pitch a treat in there, pitch a toy in there. Sometimes you close the door, sometimes you don't, you just walk on by. And if you do close the door, then what you just do is go get a glass of water, come back, and then just open it, be very calm, prop it open, you know, so that, you know, they can go in or out if they choose. Put an article of clothing of yours in there so your smell is in there. And so then sure take the dog. But anyway, and so it's so important. So it's going to be the lifesaver of the dog that when you leave home, you know what your house is going to look like when you get back. I had a gal that her boxer somehow hit the VCR when he had VCRs and the tape popped out. Guess what the boxer did? Took that tape and went all over the house with it and swallowed some of the pieces. Okay, so it was a major surgery to save that boxer. And so that's why it's so important to have your dog contained. It's not a jail, it's their bedroom. And so that's why it's always kennel.
Yeah.
And the dog's gonna race, yes, I'm here.
Is it hard to train, like if someone, let me get Elliot's handler here, Colin, there we go.
When you get a rescue dog,
yeah, is it hard with an older rescue dog?
You just have to have a lot of patience, and he's like, "Are you crazy?"
It's like, I'm not sure about this. Yeah.
So that's why it's so important to feed them in there, because that's part of, now the good things happen in there. And then you put them in there for a minute here, 5 minutes there, and then you never make an issue out of going in. It's just kennel. And when you take them out, you don't say anything. You just walk on by. Don't make it a crazy factor. But the plastic ones are better than the wire ones.
So it's not impossible to train an older dog or a rescue dog that's coming into your home way after they've been born.
Right.
It's not impossible to train
and
them.
like the main thing, if you start feeding them in there, you might start with the dish just inside the kennel, and then so they're standing outside with their head in, and then eventually as they acclimate to it by kennel, and either the toy or the treat goes in, then pretty soon they're just relaxed about it. It's not a big thing. There are some dogs I've come across that are total, what is that when you're scared of small places? Claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Okay? And there are some dogs that are truly, for some reason, who knows what happened, and fear is a powerful thing. That if they had a bad experience, it is tough, but it can be done, but you have to have a lot of patience.
Well, we have a lot of patience, because when we come back, well, she has, because she's going to put up with us for the rest of the show. We have more questions, your questions for Katie when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody.
Let's make it.
More with Katie K9. We're going to get to your questions from our Facebook page a little bit later. Now, some general dog questions. There is something that you wanted to point out with Elliot before his agent / my spouse takes him away. Yeah.
Because one thing, especially when you get a new pup, what you want to do is you want to take and cradle them on their back like this, okay, and just be very calm and tickle them right in the chest here, and just talk very soft. Oh, what a buddy! And so what you want them to do is literally zen out.
The staff has to do that with me before the show. Yeah.
But see, what this does is that it's kind of like, you know how a dog submits to another dog? They lay down and show their tummy. Okay, it's saying like, I submit to you and I'm okay. And I tried it a little earlier. I don't even know if he struggled, but now he's zenning in, and that's good. So this is something you can even do with adult dogs. But so for sure for puppies, if they're willing to just zen out on their back, that's really an awesome thing.
Okay.
For as far as you being the leader of the pack type thing.
Oh, I'll do that every night with them now.
Yeah, just like this. And it doesn't have to be for any length of time, but idealistically, the more relaxed they get, he's still a little bit tense.
Yeah.
But where all of a sudden they're like, then they're, yes, you said that, buddy. So here you go. Okay.
There we go.
Yep. So
give it up for Elliot, everybody. There we go. And his trainer, Colin. Yeah, there we go. You're doing a great job. There we go.
You're good. And like we were talking, he's gassy. Change the food.
Not Colin, the dog. I mean, yeah, by the way, yeah.
Yeah, so if you've got a gassy dog out there, folks, it's what you're feeding them. It's time for a change. And obviously, everybody knows I'm a Nutrisource nut.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's a lot of low-grade foods out there, and that's why we'll create that problem.
Yeah. And full disclosure, it's not just because you do commercials for him. You believed him even before that.
Oh, yes.
Let's talk from food to socializing.
Yes.
What are the keys of socializing? When do you start? How should you do it?
Well, the biggest thing that people get wrong is that they think that all the dogs, whether you got a rescue dog or whether you got a puppy, that it's how many dogs and people they meet, that's social. No, that's totally wrong. What it is that the smells, the sounds, experiences, that is socialization. So like, dogs that are scared of the dump truck, or, loud somebody drops something and they're into Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is you need to socialize with smells, sights, small sounds, car rides. Go sit in Walmart's parking lot on a nice day, with the dog, and watch them just have people walk and cars go by. Just the sensories. Because now I'm really worried about puppies right now, because everybody's enclosed. Nobody's out and moving. So then when spring opens, guess what? All this hub, the dog's like, whoa, where'd this come from? It was a rather calm planet up to that point.
So you're saying, like if you live out in the country, it would be a good idea to drive, maybe go into the city and have them hear buses and the activity of the city.
Yeah, like I live in Hugo, so go down to White Bear and just stand in the corner.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. Be ready with the corner you're standing.
Absolutely. Fallon, did you hang out in the Walmart parking lot creepily with your dog?
Well, not with my dog, but with my friends growing up frequently. Yeah. I also 10 out of 10 recommend having a child because they will screech and run around and make loud noises all the time, which has seemingly made Frank quite just chill with the loud sounds too.
Yes, and that's the more commotion and the younger the age, the better. It really is. Everybody thinks it's how many dogs and people they meet. That's the worst thing they can do. Anybody that's got are having trouble like with shy dogs or just sensory issues, please don't go to the big box stores. You know that you have. That's a goal you want to be able to get your dog to, so that he can go in there and be calm. Don't think that it's like teaching a dog to swim. Throw him in and he's going to sink or swim. Wrong. Don't do that. You're going to baby step him into the water so he's not scared of the water.
Really quick, we have about a minute. I know it's a big topic, but neutering, because I just had Milo neutered. He's about a year old, because he was such a gentle, he is a gentle dog, but he started getting aggressive, uncomfortable around other dogs, and it started like that. Now that he's neutered, he became
a man.
Yeah, now that he's neutered, or will he settle down again?
Yeah, because now, was he lifting his leg when he peed?
Yes.
Okay, everybody thinks that leg lifting is a learned thing, and it's not. It's their hormones have done the flip-flop, and he's become a man. So now he's thinking.
I'm waiting for that to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He's thinking with testosterone and stuff like that. So then that's a good time to get them fixed, is when they start lifting their leg. There's a lot of controversy. Should they do vasectomies or instead of taking the junk? Yeah. So there's a lot out there, but a lot of the vets don't know how to do it like the vasectomy and do it that way. They just know the standard way. And I'm a big believer that once the dog starts lifting his leg, it's time.
It's time.
Yep. And then like with females, you want about 9 months to 10 months, but it's a decision you need to make and be comfortable with.
Yeah.
But what is really a bad is when they're fixed too young. That really is when you wind up as adult dogs and cats having some major problems.
We're going to be answering your questions from Facebook and Instagram when we come back in a moment. It was weird. Like all of a sudden, Milo. Welcome back. The great Katie K9 is here. You can listen to Katie's show. MyTalk1071.com. Search for Katie K9. We're on the same station. Been there for years.
22 years.
22 years.
Yep.
Find the podcast at MyTalk1071.com. Okay, we posted on our Instagram page asking you, do you have any questions for Katie? So let's get to it. First is Lindsay. Oh, I relate to this one. My stubborn Frenchie, but you could probably put any dog breed in there, has terrible recall. He's 4. Are we too late to work on this?
Never. No dog is ever too old to learn something new, as long as the owner is willing to change and learn and do it right. And the main thing with the recall, most people do this. Rover, come. Right now. Okay, well, that's really a fun thing to come to, isn't it? So you got to look like fun, sound like fun, no matter how frustrated you are. And when you're first teaching a good recall, don't stand still. Dogs have a prey drive, and so if it moves, they're on it. So you bend at your waist and at your dog's eye level, clap your hands, and then shuffle backwards and go, come. And the dog's going to be pulled to you. And then when they get to you, don't go, oh, good dog. And my biggest pet peeve is big dogs, people want to go, good dog. And you can just see the dog going, And so what you got to do, take the tips of your fingers when they finally come in and start at the shoulders and go along the rib cage and around the rump and the rib cage. Give them a massage when they come in. So now...
That's what I want when I show up at work, too.
Exactly. See?
Jason,
you're
we'll start that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jeff, write that down. We got to start that tomorrow with Fallon.
Yeah, don't pound, don't stroke. Just give finger massage. Oh, such a buddy. Look at you. And make it worth their while. Just don't go, nice dog, and walk away. And the dog's like...
I never thought about the prey.
I gave a rabbit up for that.
Yeah, because Milo doesn't like to come. I'm going to try that. That's good.
But clap.
Yeah.
And move. Don't stand still. And usually as the dog starts coming, everybody stops. And then the dog stops. And then the dog goes, shiny. And there they go. Okay. And another thing is a squeaker toy. Get a tiny squeaker toy, put it in your pocket, and just hit it. Every dog will go, where is it? Okay, and so then, come, squeak, back up, come. And then they get to you, oh, such a buddy, such a buddy. Okay.
Next one, Heather. Hi, Heather. Any tips and tricks on getting my dog to let me brush their teeth?
Okay, the main thing with, to me, toothbrush and dogs' mouths, they don't go hand in hand. You know, what you can do is take a little bit of gauze on your finger or, you know, whichever how big the mouth is, wrap it, and you can put, they got doggy toothpaste out there, you can put a little baking soda on there, and get used to just going along, and it's the gum line is what you want, not necessarily the tooth. The gum line, is, and you just go like this, and if you just, you know, get them used with your fingers in your mouth, pretty soon, yeah, they'll just sit there and go like that, and it doesn't have to be a lot, you know, where you have to sit there and go, okay, did I get them all? No, you just back and forth, and then, like, see, if you just do one top and then we're done. Don't try to do it all at one time. Just baby
it's not a Crest commercial.
Exactly. Exactly.
Fallon, Tara is living your life. Listen to this. Tara's next. How do I get my dog to stop counter surfing? Yeah.
That's a big one. Especially if you have a Great Dane or Irish Wolfhound.
Yeah.
I'd say higher counters.
Yeah.
But then I can't reach.
Yeah.
I'm too little.
There you go. Now this is a really tough one because, you know, they get rewarded for getting on the counter. They got something good. It's just like getting with the cookie jar.
Oh.
You know, you steal one and then you got away with it, and before you know it, you're going back and back. And so it's really tough, and there is no dog that is foolproof with counter surfing. Just the right thing, even though you may like the Thanksgiving turkey. But so the best thing, now you're gonna laugh at this. You know the old-fashioned mouse traps? The wooden ones?
Yeah.
Okay, you set them and you turn them upside down on the counter, and then you put a piece of paper on top. Okay, and then you put like a half a peanut butter sandwich, because if you lose a half a peanut butter, it's not a big deal. Okay, so anyway, so now you just back off. The dog's gonna come in and kind of go, ooh. Well, so what happens when he hits the counter, the trap will go off and the paper will fly, and most dogs will get the heck out of Dodge, okay? Like, not doing that.
They're packed, they've moved to Orlando.
Yeah. But, and so then you want to get to a point where instead of these mouse traps, you got a fork with a piece of paper on it, and so it's kind of a reminder, like, don't do that. But then another thing, you can put like that sandwich there, put a training collar on the dog, not electric collars, I hate them, is whereas when the minute the dog goes and looks like sandwich, you give a pop to the leash and back up and go, leave it, pop, leave it, and go backwards. Walk into the kitchen, the minute the head turns to look at the leave it, pop, and go backwards. And so you should be able to go through the kitchen, whereas I'm not looking at that. That gets me into trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a couple ways of doing working, but every personality of dog is different. So some labs with the mouse trap will go, hey, things fly.
We have 30. I want to get one more in. Leo, let's put up Mary. Why do dogs seem to gravitate to one person? We have about 30 seconds here.
It's usually has to be, in every household, there's the fun and then the disciplinarian, okay? And so it just depends.
Which one are you, Fallon?
Depends on the day. Depends on the day.
And so it just happens to do with the demeanor of the person and the personality of the person. Some dogs like the excitement of the fun guy and don't like the other one so much. And so it's not how much time you spend with the dog. You know, like, okay, you're home, Colin's home all day with the dog, he's going to love him better. No, not necessarily. It's the time spent and your demeanor and what the dog gravitates to. Just like with people. Yeah. You know, as far as, you know, some people you like to, you know, hang out with, and other ones, not so much. Yeah. Okay, and that's kind of like with dogs. So when I hear we bought this dog for the kids, oh, my hair goes up. Or I have a dog and I want my husband to have one because he feels bad. You can't buy a dog for a person. No. The dog decides on who, and that's just the way it is.
We all gravitate toward her. Give it up for Katie K9, everybody. For more information, head to our website, ktk9.com. And again, mytalk1071.com for her show. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Milo. Happy birthday to everyone celebrating in our birthday club. They get this sash and just a jolly good time with us. Sign up at eventbrite.com. When you book your audience tickets, we'll ask you if it's your birthday, and thanks to our birthday club partner, Home Furniture. And don't worry, if you can't be here on your exact birthday, we give you a few days before and after to come celebrate with us in studio. We have a good time. We give you gossip we can't tell you on TV. It's a hoot and a holler. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Woo! Welcome back. Don't forget to follow us us on social. Jason Show TV for all of our new friends in Austin, Texas, Detroit. Fallon on Air and Jason Matheson, our personal accounts. You're Fallon on Air, right? You changed your name recently.
Every different account is different. I have no consistency anymore.
I thought it was all Fallon. No, see, now I'm confused.
Just on Instagram. It's fine. It's fine. I have a pretty unique name. I feel like if you type in Fallon, I pop up.
Yeah,
you know, you could find.
Because it's F-A, and I get my still favorite thing. You've been on the show now like a half a season. Still, the misspellings of your name.
It's been my whole life, though, and it doesn't help that there's Jimmy Fallon, which is, I think, probably the proper spelling of Fallon.
Yeah.
F-A-L-L-O-N. My parents went with like a Valentine vibe, so it's F-A-L-E-N.
E-N, yeah. But Falcon, Felon,
yeah,
all of those,
Fallon's a big one, yeah.
Tomorrow, a Best Thing Ever show. That's right, the entire Jason Show staff is sharing our latest things that we are loving. Find out what they are. That's tomorrow on the show. Right now, that's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great day, everybody. We appreciate you. Full episodes on Tubi.